Ain't no stress, we relax, we relax, we relax, we relax. Yeah. Now to get back right, now we back in the back. Had to get back right, now we back in the.
Well, I can promise you that Ben Bywater and Max Tooley are very happy about the recent addition in the linebacker room with AJ Vongphachanh. Welcome back to Studio B. This is your day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play. I'm Spencer Linton alongside Jerem Jordan. And joining BYU Sports Nation now is the newest linebacker and newest member of the BYU football team, AJ Vongphachanh. AJ, welcome.
What's up,
to BYU
AJ?
Sports Nation.
How's it going? I appreciate you having me.
So along the line of, just looking back at everything that had transpired in Logan, and you had great success at Utah State, when did the idea of transferring to play your final year of college football at BYU first enter the fray?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't know, where I was going to end up. It kind of just started with my defensive coordinator ended up leaving. He got the job at the Browns. So that's kind of what kicked it off, because in my time here, I've had a lot of turnover in terms of coaches, and kind of every other year was something new. So I just kind of wanted to choose my own situation for my last year, especially with my defensive coordinator just leaving this year. So.
And why BYU?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, obviously I played against them a few times, and I've had a good amount of respect for them, and it was kind of always a familiar place for me, just because of playing with them. And then kind of just taking my visits, I took all of them, and then kind of just went back to that prior relationship I had kind of with Coach Justin, as he was the one who brought me here to Utah State. So yeah, I just kind of weighing everything out, and I really enjoyed my visit when I was at BYU, and felt like it was a good place for me.
How do you handle the emotions of a rivalry where you were a significant player for the Aggies against the Cougars, and now you're competing for BYU?
Yeah, I mean, obviously while my time here, I really bought into the rivalry. It was I wasn't too known of it, but the in-state guys for sure, emphasize that while my time here. And it's crazy. I would have never thought this would be where I'm at today, especially when I first came here. But everything happens for a reason, and I'm excited to be where I'm at. So,
have people been supportive of the decision? Are they giving you a hard time? Because you're still going to graduate and walk as a Utah State Aggie, and certainly you should be proud of those 4 years, right, before you become a Cougar.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure, I'm 100% proud of being a part of this university. It's definitely been a mix of reactions the past week. I mean, I've gotten some support, but I've definitely gotten some I guess, backlash from the decision, but it's all good.
Listen, no true Aggie would be fully supportive, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, we like you,
100%.
AJ, but we don't like them.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, no game against Utah State next year, so you're in the clear in that regard.
Yep.
AJ Vongphachanh
exactly.
is on BYU Sports Nation, newest BYU linebacker. How would you explain your game as a defender and linebacker?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned before, I take pride in, kind of my relentless pursuit in the game, kind of just relentlessness and then physicality. Those are the kind of two biggest things that I try to pride myself on, because, aside from the scheme and technique, I think those two things can kind of take you a long way.
Describe the season you had last year, because it was pretty monster statistically, with over 100 tackles, 10.5 tackles for loss, forced fumbles, a lot of chaos there.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately in the offseason, I just try to, prepare as much as possible, just try to take that next step, in my career and in my game. And ultimately, throughout the games, I just try to prepare as much as possible and kind of do the best, to help the team out. And, that it just ended up working good. I wish I would have, had an even better season. There's a lot of plays on the field that I wish I would have, had. But, that's obviously something I'm continuing to work on and, progressing.
How much was playing in the Big 12 a draw for you to choose BYU?
Yeah, it was a pretty big factor for me, just because as I visited these other schools, and they were played in different conferences. I kind of took 4 visits 4 very different conferences. And yeah, I think the Big 12 was also, it kind of just leveled the playing field for me, just because I knew the competition was going to be, at a high level regardless. And so I just, with that, and kind of my prior relationship and just overall the field and the people there, it kind of just all brought it all together.
What have the coaches told you about your role at BYU?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't spoken too much in depth. Obviously, just going to be playing, linebacker, and then some on the line of scrimmage, so some off the ball stuff, and ultimately, I'm just going to go in there with the mindset of, just doing whatever I can to help the team succeed. So.
Now, there's a picture circulating with you and your mom and dad, and it's a fantastic picture. Your dad is Laotian, he's from Laos. Your mom is Mexican. So walk us through just the lineage and the heritage involved here, and what family means to you, and how they feel about your decision to play at BYU.
Yeah, no, family's a huge thing for me. Obviously, they've been super supportive. They'll kind of always try to make every home game, even if it's a kind of a far ways away. They kind of make the 9-hour drive and then kind of drive back for work. And then, so they've been a huge support. Obviously my dad's from Laos, so he was kind of born there, and then kind of came to the United States, a little later. And then same thing with my mom. She was born in Mexico, and then, kind of immigrated to the United States, and kind of they both met in Washington. And that's kind of where I've been born and raised. So yeah, overall they've been huge support, and yeah, I mean they've been supported throughout the entire process. They came with me to all my visits, and they really enjoyed BYU. They obviously didn't know too much. They knew that we played them, and every time we did play them, it was always like a great atmosphere, whether it was here or in I got a chance to play for the first time in Provo last season, so they were able to come down, and they loved it. They thought it was a good energy and whatnot. So.
Do you speak Lao or Spanish?
Yeah, so I speak Spanish. I don't speak Lao, unfortunately. I kind of just understand it, but no, yeah, Spanish was my first language, and then kind of just progressed through there.
Does your dad speak Spanish then?
He doesn't, no.
Okay, just with mom.
Yeah, just the mom. Yep.
Listen,
is that your secret language?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly.
You're like, Mom, can I have a little more? Like, Dad didn't give me enough. That's funny.
Right.
You'll listen. You already did with the Utah State guys who speak multiple languages, but you'll fit in with the return missionaries who speak Spanish at BYU just fine, my friend. Just fine.
Right. Yeah.
Are you more of a middle backer or kind of an outside linebacker?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I've kind of bounced around my time here at Utah State. Originally, I came in as a defensive end, so I kind of grew up always being a defensive end. Came to Utah State as such, and then kind of made the transition to linebacker, to inside linebacker. Coach Anna was actually the one who kind of helped me with that transition. And then from there, I kind of just balanced inside and outside. So really, it's very similar, in terms of whatnot. But I think one thing that I can do that kind of sets myself apart is kind of being able to play on the line of scrimmage, and because it's just a comfortable place where I've been playing before. So,
are you the greatest Laotian Mexican linebacker of all time?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if there's too many out there, but maybe one of the few.
I think on my list, you're number one.
Yeah,
right.
We're looking for number 2 still, but that's awesome, dude.
You're top 5 for sure.
Absolutely.
No question.
No question.
All right, AJ, as you push forward, when do you get to campus in Provo, and what are the next few months like for you?
Yeah, so I finished classes here within the next 2 weeks, and then try to be on campus as soon as possible. I know that they kind of start summer mid-May. So ideally get there before that. So yeah, and then kind of just from there, just, get to work and kind of get things rolling.
How familiar are you with BYU players? Have you had a lot of interaction with the guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I was kind of there. I went on a kind of a unofficial, and then I went on an official. And then, so I kind of got to meet the players a lot there, and then had some prior relationships from guys that I've played with before here at Utah State. And then, just some guys that I've get to know over the years since being in Utah.
You're going to have to try the BYU Creamery, and then you can compare, with Utah State's Creamery. There's like a battle there as well. Also, are you a true Aggie?
What do you mean?
Come on,
Wait,
AJ.
no, I know what you're talking about. I'm not.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
They have like student-sponsored things where you gotta, you kiss someone on a certain the full moon or whatever, and the whole deal. Yeah. There's like other levels, but yeah, it's all good.
That's the hardest question you're going to have answered in this interview. Right there.
Listen, but I did not anticipate talking to the greatest Laotian Mexican linebacker in the history of college football, though, today. That was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
AJ, great to have you at BYU, man. Good luck with the finality of your classes at Utah State. Congratulations on graduating up there. We'll look forward to seeing you in Provo. Come hang out in Studio B anytime.
Yeah, we'll do. I appreciate you guys having me, and get forward to kind of get down there and get to work.
You got it. AJ Vongphachanh, new BYU linebacker. And yes, for sure, top 5, top 3, top 2, or maybe the top
ever. Yeah.
Laotian Mexican
No, that's
linebacker.
a super cool heritage. And grew up in Pasco, Washington, and put up huge numbers last year. So BYU certainly needed a linebacker.
Yes.
And here's a guy with experience who's hungry, who, listen, all it takes is one great year to kind of get on NFL radars, right? He's got the numbers from last year. He can get more exposed in a good way in the Big 12, get good film out there, and maybe he's an NFL guy.